There was a time when I didn't know what strength was. When my life was a cycle of survival, not living. I was the weakest, an E-rank hunter barely able to keep up with the world around me. Every dungeon, every monster was another reminder that I was insignificant. They called me the weakest. They said I didn't belong. Some said I was foolish for even trying. But what they didn't understand was that survival is a form of strength. When you have nothing left but the will to keep moving forward, you've already begun to rise. In that dungeon, when I faced death for the first time, I thought that was the end. I thought I was going to disappear, just like that. But then, something changed. The system chose me. But it didn't grant me power, it gave me the chance to earn it. From that moment, I realized something important. Nothing in this world is given. Everything must be fought for, sacrificed for, bleed for. The weak look at the mountain and tremble. They see the obstacles and turn back. But the strong see the mountain and they begin the climb. And when they fall, they rise again. Not because they are unbreakable, but because they refuse to stay broken. Wasn't given any shortcuts. There was no easy path. Every victory cost me something. Every battle took a piece of me. And there were moments, standing at the edge of death, when I wondered if it was all worth it. But then I remembered, the weak have no choice. They are chained by the limits of their own fear. The strong, however, we make a choice every day to break those chains, to step into the unknown, into the danger, and face it head on. I have lost people. I have seen comrades fall. I've carried their weight on my shoulders. And every death, every loss, fueled the fire inside me. They thought I would break under the weight of it all. But they didn't understand the depth of my resolve. Every punch I threw, every enemy I defeated, every step I took forward, it wasn't just for me. It was for the people who believed in me, the people who needed me to stand strong. I wasn't just fighting for myself anymore. I was fighting for something bigger. You see, that's the thing about true strength. It's not measured by power alone. It's measured by how far you're willing to go, how much you're willing to endure. And when you're willing to endure everything, you become unstoppable. Times when the pain felt unbearable. Times when I thought the darkness would swallow me whole. But in those moments, I found something powerful. I found that the darkness wasn't my enemy. It was my ally. The shadows became my strength. The fear, the pain, the doubt. They no longer held me back. They became fuel. And from that fuel, I forged a path no one else could walk. A path that led me to becoming something more. Something unstoppable. I've faced kings. I've faced gods. I've stood against armies that should have crushed me. But in those moments, I realized something crucial. Strength isn't just about defeating your enemies. It's about rising above the fear of defeat. People always ask, how did you become so strong? The answer is simple. I never stopped. Every time I was beaten down, I got back up. Every time I was told I couldn't do it, I proved them wrong. And when the world tried to bury me in darkness, I became the shadow. This power wasn't handed to me, it was earned. Through suffering, through sacrifice, through endless nights of pain and doubt. And now they call me a king. But you don't need to be born a king. You don't need to have power handed to you. All you need is the will to keep going. The will to endure when it seems impossible. The will to fight when everything tells you to give up. Because the truth is, greatness isn't born. It's forged in the fires of hardship, in the crucible of pain, in the moments when everything is against you. That's when you decide what you're made of. That's when you rise. I am Sung Jin-Woo, the Shadow Monarch. I wasn't born strong. I became strong, and so can you. Rise from your fears. Rise from your doubts. Rise from the shadows. Because the world belongs to those who refuse to stay down.
Arise.